welcome to the B Team Podcast. I am your host, Josh Safran, with my co-host,
Matt Mars,
and our permanent guest,
Rob Nelson.
We're here every week to talk to you about all things Bentonville, bourbon, and business. The B Team Podcast. Be here. Welcome to the B Team Podcast. I'm your host, Josh Safran, along with my co-host,
Matt Mars,
and our permanent guest,
Rob Nelson.
You get a little too confident in that.
Forget about it. Hey, yo, we.
Okay. And today, one of my...
Hold on.
One of my favorite bourbons.
Yeah.
This is Rob's
excited.
unicorn.
This one's my favorite.
I'll let you tell it about Rob.
Well, before we introduce the bourbon, let's make sure everybody
sorry.
remembers.
Oh, Russ is back there.
Russ.
Sorry.
It's just Russ. Show some respect over here, huh? Hey,
I mean, I looked over there and I saw this bottle at first, so I stopped.
You got very excited.
Yeah.
Having a black top on,
Yeah.
I didn't even see ghosted back here.
Okay, Rob, you announce it.
But I mean, it's the Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
The Eagle Rare. I started drinking Eagle Rare before Eagle Rare became popular.
So you were drinking Eagle Rare before it was Eagle Rare?
Not before it was Eagle Rare, but before it was...
Back when you could buy it in the gas station.
Yeah.
For $20.
Yeah.
And now it's all
I was
allocated.
49 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically,
So,
almost as old as Josh.
Almost. Not quite.
So the brand was developed by the old Seagram's company
Really?
in 1975 for the bicentennial.
We learn something new every year.
It was for the
It was
bicentennial.
developed for the bicentennial, developed by the old Seagram's company.
So
now the
cool.
brand is owned by our friends at Sazerac and Buffalo Trace.
Shout out to Lisa.
Shout out to Lisa.
Thank you for
Lisa, we
donating,
love
as
you.
always.
So,
This is 90 proof, 10 years old.
so a lot of people know about Eagle Rare. A lot of people drank Eagle Rare. People hunt Eagle Rare. But from my understanding,
good.
here lately, the bottle has changed over the last. You'll educate us. The front of the bottle, because the older bottles don't have the 10-year on it.
Well, you used to be able to look through it and see stuff on the back.
Yeah,
Read.
they have tweaked the packaging. It's always, packaging is always being tweaked. They hid the tenure back here.
Right.
See, it's back here, and
Now it's on the front as well.
yeah, but I have some at the house that does not have the tenure.
Correct.
So do
the last
I.
couple of years, they just put
Yeah.
the age
So
10
they're, they're tweaking it all the time.
So does that make my older Eagle Rare bottles worth more?
No.
I think it does. I'm going to disagree with you.
Okay, that's fine to disagree.
Just because
Yeah, I mean, you
they
can
don't
always-
make it anymore.
That's a personal preference.
Not that the bourbon's any different.
if they'd done a 10 and then taken back to, say, up to a 12,
Right.
then there's where the collector has an argument
Right.
with a dollar point difference.
Yeah.
I don't see personally, does not matter where the age statement is as long as it's somewhere on the label if it's designated to the label year.
So but if you don't want the age statement on there, you can't find it anymore, even if you find a bottle.
Well, you're going to find it still.
Right, on the back.
It's always going to be on the back here.
Right.
Yeah, it's
But
been in the back.
but-
But what he's
But
saying
now
is
this is new here.
correct.
Right.
So the older bottles don't have it. So
So
So I don't know, like, I would probably offer you less for the older bottle
I disagree.
because it doesn't have the 10 on there. So I'd probably give you 20 less.
Well, I mean, that's you because you just want a deal on my Eagle Rare.
In fact, I'm picking up some Eagle Rare here in a few days when I get back to Dallas. And I haven't seen the packaging yet. I just bought some. It's waiting for me. I'm going to take a picture for you fine gentlemen as if it has the 10 here or where the 10 is.
Okay.
Because again, we'll see how long this gentleman has been holding
All
on to
right,
this
so
story.
for the viewers, comment below, would you rather have the 10 on the front of the bottle, or would you rather have the bottle where the 10 is not on the front of the bottle?
I'd rather have any bottle of Eagle Rare right now. Quite honestly.
Well, I mean, that's not the point.
I'd rather have a 175.
Which I have some of those without the 10 on the front.
Yeah.
Unopened.
Unopened.
You got to
want the
those, let it
10.
breathe.
I never liked the 10 on the back where you couldn't see it. You had to look
You
for
like it on the
I
front.
like it on the front.
Because then it's... Okay.
From a practical standpoint,
Yeah.
because
It's better
a lot of
marketing.
consumers don't like looking around. Go, where? I thought this was a 10-year, but now it's designated here. But before, when it was just back
needs
here,
nothing.
the consumer would go,
You know why?
I want to chase the
The
age
10.
statement.
Okay.
You know.
So what are the notes?
Yeah, what do you get?
All right, so
Besides, I mean,
I want to hear pudding and stone fruit. Because I want to see Matt smile like a little girl.
there's no stone fruit in this one. I don't smell it. It kind of burns my nose a little bit. But it tastes, it's super smooth.
I get a lot of creme brulee. I get a lot of fresh popcorn. And just popcorn because of that corn influence.
I love popcorn.
This little earthy,
That's a lot.
that spiciness that you get is from that barrel influence. And again, this has been 40 seasons and oak.
Yeah.
You know, so this has been an oak for a period of time. So you're going to have that complexity of the spice from the.
That's what I was going to
influence.
say, like the spice for me.
That's the oak influence.
And I love a lot of bourbons that have a good spice.
Well, you know, 60% of the flavor on a spirit that's been housed in oak, every time you try to distill spirit, from a cognac to aged rums to aged tequilas to bourbon, scotches, Irish, whatever it might be, 60% of the flavor is designated from that oak barrel.
I don't know if I've ever asked this, but what kind of oak is it? Is it white oak?
This is
red oak?
white oak.
Okay, it's white oak.
Has to be.
Well, I didn't know if it could be red oak because we have a ton of red oak.
Red oak is going to give you, as a finish, if you use red oak as a finish, it's going to give you.
But if it's red oak, then it can't be technically bourbon, correct?
But it just must be aged in American oak.
So it doesn't matter whether it's white
Well, I
or
mean,
red?
technically, it is American white oak.
Okay. So it's just red?
But where's red grown around here? That's the question. For like a wood finish.
Well, I mean, we have both around
You do?
here. Do we? Yeah.
But it'd be fun to try American white oak and then finish, because we talk about wood finishing all the time
Yeah.
on bourbon and scotch and other whiskeys. It'd be fun to get an American white oak barrel after being 4 years in oak and then transfer to a red oak barrel for a period of time. In fact, when we buy it, when we get a barrel one of these days, I think maybe that's a question we ask. Can we have this finished in a different oak?
We're not going back to getting a barrel thing again because
I mean-
Rob has not taken out the wallet for this one.
I mean, I'm ready.
This needs
Nothing.
I think with them taking it to 90 proof, you don't have to mess with it.
No,
You have it neat, and that's it. It's perfect.
Yeah,
for me.
There's some old Eagle Rare you can go out in the marketplace and see 101 proof. I mean, it's on the old label. It's kind of like that cognac bottle. And the 17 is very remarkable.
Do you have one of those, Matt?
Yes.
Tell me.
I do.
Tell us about the 17 that you have. How many do you have now?
I have 3 of them actually right now.
3.
And
what
then
do you
tell
guys
us
think?
about
With
the
the
other
water
one.
or
What's the
without?
highest one?
Oh, well, I have a double Eagle very rare also.
Have you ever tried that, Russ?
Yeah, it's exceptional. It's one of the best bourbons or whiskeys I've ever had.
Like it's got like a crystal eagle inside of it
yeah.
that lights up. It's,
So we're going to bring that in and
I have
get on the
one
podcast.
from 2020, and there was 199 bottles in the batch that I got.
So can we get that on the podcast for tasting? The viewers are asking. They want to know.
I don't know about for tasting. It'd be kind of cool to bring it in.
It would be good to see
So
it.
maybe we bring it
see
in
it.
and we just put it in front of me and you. Let Rob be up on top.
Yeah,
of it.
I'll be
like
on
that.
top of that.
I like that. Can we? Yeah, can we bring some? You know what?
we could bring it
Can we
in.
bring some of your cool stuff in just to show
We
it?
bring the antique collection in.
We'll go ahead and look at the bottles. We'll review them. We'll see them, and I'll give you the finer points. No, we won't crack them unless you crack them.
Matt's watching.
The problem is whenever I get those out, then I decide it's a good idea, and then the next day I'm like, why did I do that? But
There's remorse.
But I never really. I'm always happy that I did it. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Has he ever done it with you?
yeah, we've cracked some really nice specials.
And I mean,
I've never
it's
cracked
one of
a
those
nice
things.
bottle with you, though.
That's what's so fun about bourbon. Is like you
take it.
get with a good group of friends, and you're like, "That's why I bought it."
I feel like I'm not in the good group of friends conversation. I feel like it's.
No, I mean,
Well,
I mean, I think we'll open a good one this season.
yeah.
you heard it here
I'm gonna
first.
bring one of my favorites. I already brought one of my.
Gold
favorites,
Carter was good.
but I'm gonna
So,
bring
so what
another
we should
favorite.
do is we should do a remote pod session, right at the opening of Bar Nelson,
Oh boy.
and we record there and we open up something special.
When's Bar Nelson opening up?
July.
Probably, yeah, July.
And all the viewers are invited.
Yep, absolutely.
So what did you guys think of this with the water?
We got to have Rouse there.
Oh, 100%.
This is amazing.
I'm not going to put water in mine because I don't want to mess.
I think we should give
To
Russ.
me, it's perfect.
Palate.
Yeah.
I think we should give Russ a locker. Maybe we'll give him brewer's locker.
So listen to this, Russ. Rob, instead of stocking his own bar, he's getting lockers so he can put everyone else's booze in there.
He's mimicking the gents' place at his home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Would you like a locker?
I tell you what, that is the greatest form of flattery is copying another one's idea, right?
That's right.
And for them, for you to do that inside your house,
Yep.
you do need a Jess logo somewhere in the
Yeah.
house, though.
We'll put it on his.
So even though you two don't like each other, I think you do deep down. Deep down, you're trying to be each other. Maybe that's why they don't like each other, Russ.
They're going to fuse their
They're
friendship.
going to fuse.
Well, I'm gonna
Combustion going on.
I'm gonna make my lockers the way they should be for the next Gents 2.0. Oh boy. I'm gonna give them some ideas.
The bad thing is Rob has a master key. If you he's wanting me to put some unicorn stuff over there.
I would.
Well,
never
what's
touch
interesting is he said when I was there the other day, he said I could always take your nameplate off and replace it with somebody else's.
I could bring and said,
it. Russ, would
if
you
I do
like?
this?
Would you like a locker there?
that would be I would be honored.
You got it.
And
You
so
got
what-
it.
Did he have Brewer's locker?
And then what
We're gonna
if we
give
do
Brewer's locker.
Hold on. This is we're late breaking news. Michael Brewer, your locker is now gone to Russ Kempton.
And here's the funny thing: Brewer always wants to be on the podcast, but we always talk about him, so it's like he's on it anyway.
Yeah.
But his locker
just by
to Russ.
default. He's by default
Too bad.
because his last name's B, so he's almost a 4B.
Yeah. He will never get a logo.
We need a Brewer bobblehead. Oh, put it right here.
We need to order one of those.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers, you
Thank you
guys.
so much. This was amazing.
Amazing.
Welcome back to the B Team Podcast. I am your host, Josh Safran, along with my permanent guest. We're going to go this way today.
Yeah, let's go.
So we give you a
Changing it
promotion.
up. I like it. About time I get a little respect around here.
We're working hard on that. And our
love it.
permanent guest is who?
Rob Nelson,
And our co-host.
Matt Mars. I mean, with that new contract, see how
That's it.
He's a lot more perky when you ask him.
yeah.
He's in a, look at the smile.
Yeah,
too.
smiling and everything.
He's in a great mood. And
Great.
he's earned this. I mean, we fixed
Yeah.
his logo so we can see him
Yeah.
better on the screen.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, we're happy to have you here.
You're looking a little smaller than normal.
Gotta get back in the gym. Well, as everybody knows, we're here every Thursday talking about all things Bentonville business and bourbon. And today we have a super cool businessman and business here, Mr. Rolf.
Woohoo! It's great to be here. And
Yeah.
I like bourbon.
And we're going to drink a little. Let's do a toast to our
Yeah,
guest.
cheers.
And Rolf, you have a big history with us in Northwest Arkansas. This pop-up is not your first rodeo, correct?
Nope, I've been around a long time, so it's awesome. I've seen this area grow, and I've been a part of it, and it's been a part of me. I've raised a family here, and I just love Northwest Arkansas. So I got myself started in advertising before then, but in 1992, I opened Eureka Pizza on Leverett Avenue in Fayetteville, right next to the University of Arkansas.
I think everybody's had Eureka Pizza.
We lived on it for 4 years.
Go Hogs.
Yeah.
Go Hogs. No, it's been a great business. I've got a wife. I've got 2 kids in college at the university and a kid about to graduate from Fayetteville High. So I'm just blessed to be here.
And then so all of a sudden you're like, pizza is not super cool anymore because I've been there, done that, and now I'm just going to open up a new drink shop?
You know, I think there was some element of boredom there, and also just seeing, man, pizza's a tough business. I'm in the segment, right? You turn on the TV, what are you going to see? You're going to see everybody but me, right? It's going to be Domino's ads, it's going to be Papa John's ads, it's going to be Pizza Hut ads. And so I started thinking, man, I'd like to go into something branded. And then so I did a deep dive into branding. And then I said, man, I just don't want to be an also-ran, someone else. And I've done that in pizza, and I've made a living, but I want to create a new product category. And that's kind of our moonshot with Pop-Up, is really to be the world's first all-drinks restaurant. And we've labeled the category a drink-through. And so we think we are the world's first drink-through. We may not technically be, but I think it's resonating with our customers. And, we've united all the drinks together. We've got, Coke and Pepsi products. We've got tea, chai, matcha, shakes, and lemonade, and all sorts of fun stuff all under one really cool roof.
So I'd never heard of you before, and Matt did a great job of bringing you to us. And he sends me the link to your website yesterday, and I'm like, this is awesome. And then since we've been here, we have multiple people going, my kids are keeping you in business. They're paying their rent. Like it's such a cool, unique, you got 100% of the market share in the community right here. It's just a super cool idea.
Well, it's all about having fun. And, branding, I used to poo-poo brand. I'd like fun of branding. So it's funny, the old Rolf, I'd go to a seminar, pizza show, sales seminar, and they'd poo-poo branding and say, oh, branding doesn't work. And it's interesting how really in the age of the internet, branding's really taken off. And you really have to be branded. And, I'm a salesman at heart, and that just doesn't really work anymore. I mean, I could probably sell you a drink one-on-one, but guess what? I want to sell thousands of drinks a day, so I can't do that. And you do that with a brand. And so I'm a recent convert to branding, and that's what we're trying to do. So you tell me you like my building, you like my brand. I'm like, man, I'm doing something right to impress Josh.
It's hard to impress me.
Yeah.
I want what he's drinking.
It is. Yeah. He's got some energy. Yeah.
So I'm drinking the pop-up green tea, and then we have our energy shot. So it makes any drink an energy drink. So I have actually 2 ounces, which is 160 milligrams of caffeine, a little taurine and B vitamins, and coupled with a little bourbon in a separate glass.
Can I put it in my bourbon?
Oh, absolutely. I got a bottle right here for you.
I'm down.
Well,
Look at
that.
Rob.
So,
because you're
it's
a little
proprietary product there. So I had a dinner party, guys. And at the beginning, I said, that's for the opening cocktail. Let's have a cocktail. Would you like an energy shot? Everybody said yes. It was the dumbest thing I ever did. It started at 6. It's 11:30, and they're still there. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, I'm not doing this again.
How many of these shots have you done today? Because you're all up there. You're like a million miles an hour. I
just had 2, but I had a lot of coffee this morning.
Can I open this?
Absolutely.
Can Rob pour
It's
some directly in his mouth?
childproof there. So
So you went.
You might have to ask your kid for help there.
So my wife is the one who found this, to be fair, who found Rolf. But
Shout out to Carrie.
Yeah.
Carrie.
Carrie called me after she met you, and she was like, Matt, you've got to get
Oh, this
Rolf
was
in.
the airplane introduction.
Yes.
So get this. We're on the plane, my wife and I, and we sit next to Carrie. We didn't know who she was. She goes, I know who you are. Because I recognize you. You're like da-da-da. We're like, oh, my gosh. And she was so nice. And then it came time, you got to get a cocktail on Allegiant, right? And she said, oh, no, I have your drinks. I'm like, I love this girl. And then, she says.
Carrie packed her own drinks?
Oh, no, she's
got the elite.
She got the Allegiant credit card.
So she gets to
bucks,
wave
baby.
it, and you get a free.
Hold on a second. I thought Carrie, because I know Carrie and Matt, I thought Carrie was going to open up the purse and pull out a couple of
Get
drinks.
on little shooters. I would do that. She would not.
Anywhere but an airplane, perhaps.
All right, so here we go. First time ever. Bourbon-infused.
Little rev up.
Should we do like a drum roll for this? Because
I think so.
Let's see it here. It may take it to another level.
If Rob gets up and starts breakdancing, we're canceling the rest of the podcast.
That's freaking good.
It is good, and then when it kicks in, you got 4 more hours of goodness.
So when you do a bourbon with caffeine, I need a percentage.
I like that. So I'd like clutch soda and gin and level up with a twist of lime.
Let's put this up for the camera. So you don't sell this though.
No, we don't sell it. So we let it out. We normally don't let it out of the building, but we knew that you guys were trustworthy and that you all have kids and you need energy, right?
Trustworthy. That's the wrong group. You're
Yeah.
Let's try.
He's going to regret
But for us on the B team, like if we came to you, you might
absolutely
set us up with a little bottle of that. I might need to put a bottle of that on board, Nelson.
So how long have you been open now?
So we opened April 17th, so just a little over a year. January was a cruel month. I'm not afraid to tell you that. It was just a miserable month for everybody, but my drinks business suffered, but we've bounced right back with the weather. I think we've got a concept here. So it's kind of been an experiment, albeit an expensive experiment. But I view it like I'm like a little scientist, and so we got the world's best crew. We've not hired anybody since we opened. So
that's
crew,
amazing.
They love
that
their
says
jobs.
a lot about you.
And in a pizza, you can't say that, right? It's anybody in hospitality knows what a tough environment it is. So I think we've solved that problem. We just need a few more sales to really solidify it and build number 2. But our goal is to, we're swinging for the fences, and hopefully we're going to knock it out of the park.
I love the logo.
Pop. Oh, I do too.
Pop, like soda pop.
Yeah,
so that for our younger viewers that don't know what pop is. Or,
Yeah, so it was a local company, Verdant Studios.
Shout out to Verdant.
Yeah, Verdant did a great job, and they did our building too. So they were architects. So the building during the pandemic was a challenge, right? So a lot of supply chain issues. Took a year to build the darn building, but I think we've ironed those kinks, and hopefully we're in a position that we can replicate it.
So I got a billion questions for you. I don't want to take over the whole podcast, but
You typically do.
I try.
Yeah,
I try.
he tries to,
Feedback's a gift. I'll
Yeah.
slow it down. But like, what's the share of drinks coming out there? Like, how much is caffeine drinks? How much is coffee? How much is lemonade? Like,
It's a great question. It's kind of
it's a great question.
In broad categories, it's probably like a third or in quarters. So, coffee and soda is probably about half our business. Energy drinks are really big, and we developed with a big energy manufacturer. We're one of the only ones that have energy on tap. So we're not opening little cans and breaking our fingernails and throwing away all the stuff to the landfill. So we've got our Rev Up Energy, and then we engineered it to mix. So it's like a little different color. Red Bull does all the caramel color. We didn't. So it's easy to add like lots of flavors so you can get the drink you want. And then with our Level Up shot, and you can have like extra energy.
So the level up is above and beyond.
That's above and beyond. That's just our energy shot.
The turbo.
That's the turbo.
That's the magic juice right there.
It's good. It actually you don't even really notice it.
But I'm already feeling a little.
So we call it a jackhammer. So if you get our energy drink, yeah, I feel bad for me. So it's a jackhammer if you get our energy drink with 2 of these shots.
2?
So
A
it's,
jackhammer?
Yeah, I think it's 380 milligrams or 320 milligrams of caffeine, which is a pretty good. That'll get you going.
Can you overdose on caffeine?
You can. The FDA recommends no more than 400 milligrams a day.
And how many are in 1 ounce?
Well, it was 80 milligrams in 1 ounce, which is an 8-ounce energy drink.
Yeah.
So back to.
I just want to make sure I'm not going to hit the floor.
There's science on that.
No, there aren't. I could already feel it.
We're here for you, and we love you, and we want to protect you.
I got you. Strap them in.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Strap them
No,
in.
we limit 2 of these shots, by the way, so we're responsible. But our tea's really big. We have black tea and green tea. Fresh brew, chai, matcha. So that makes up like the next band of 25%. We have milkshakes, frozen lemonade, frozen coffee. Our coffee's really good. We do a 3-bean espresso. Our coffee beans are roasted in Muskogee, Oklahoma, and it's called a city roast. It's just like a step below, like a dark roast. So it's really a nice thing. And I brought an Americano too. We do 2 double shots in our Americano. So I don't know if you guys ever drink Americanos. I always thought they were watered down though a little bit. Like it kind of is, right? That's the purpose. But when you two dubs in Americano, then you got a nice great coffee.
You have an Americano with you, right?
We got it right here. It's out of my magic hat here.
I love that.
I drove here.
Look at the logo though.
And look at that. We have, so you know where you are right there, and you can answer questions at work. You just say, okay, I can give that report now.
Give it a shot, Matt.
I gotta get.
We need some paper cups, then we could all try.
Oh, I know. I have a lot of
I've shared with Matt before. I'm sure you guys will be fine.
That coffee's good too.
Yeah, we get a lot of compliments on coffee.
I didn't backwash in there at all.
And it's funny, the bar, for a place called Pop-Up, the bar for coffee is low. So it's interesting when people go, oh my gosh, your coffee's so good. So that's kind of makes us happy.
Tasty.
You're not going to taste it?
Yeah, I'll take.
You could take the lid off if
Yeah,
you're
I was
worried about it.
See, I didn't know. We're all family here.
I don't want to kiss Josh.
You've kissed worse?
Yeah.
So now is the normal coffee? Do people put this in there also then, or no?
I don't think anybody's ever done that.
Yeah.
Not until today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can get like an extra dub in your coffee if you wanted to for more caffeine.
That is good.
That coffee's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
So our number one seller, actually, I was talking about a different shirt. The Gold Digger, it's a vanilla and caramel. And let's see.
Did you just change your shirt?
Here, hand me. Will you hand me that?
Well, I have my coffee shirt, my energy shirt. So I just, the hamper
I
was
thought
full.
you just changed it while I was looking down.
We're going to cut you off.
I would not. Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't want the FCC to ban this podcast if they see me shirtless. So
That coffee's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Now I know why the kids have been going to see you.
Part of the idea is noticing drive-thrus over the year. You wouldn't believe how much different brands of food are in a car. Now, do you ever do this with your kids? Like, one's got to have Chick-fil-A, one's got to have Whataburger, one's got to have that.
All the time.
See, I never really did that with my kids. I said, no, we're going here.
Yeah.
But I think it's the norm. And that's why we said, well, why? People, they don't have time these days to do that.
Right.
So what if we unite the brands, the
put it
drinks,
all together.
under one roof? And then it's funny, people think it's illegal to sell Coke and Pepsi. I'm like, it's not illegal. They give you discounts if you choose one or the other. But we're like, let's let our customers decide, right?
Which is awesome because, fact for the viewers and even you guys, I used to be in the beverage business, and I used to sell RC Cola.
You wanted to lock their butts in, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, competing against the big boys.
I love RC.
I was always the underdog, but you just have to go in there and sell it. So It is interesting you have Pepsi and Coke under the same roof. A lot of times they want you to sign a non-compete.
Yeah, that's true.
Or whatever they call it.
Now, the other thing, too, is you guys aren't friends with law enforcement or anything?
I mean, no.
So what we do,
At least not on the air.
Yeah, I mean, not to speak of.
we've cranked up our machines. It was actually Frank Sharon. Have you ever heard of Frank? He's
Yep.
amazing landscape guy. He's the dean of landscaping, and he loves soda. So he did our land. He's doing the Walmart general office.
Okay.
They're importing, I heard, well, I don't even want to let anything I shouldn't know, millions of dollars worth of rocks is Frank's importing for that office. He goes, Rolf, you got to turn it up. I'm like, man, I never thought about that. So all of our machines are turned up 10%. So I asked Coke and Pepsi about this. Like, well, our biggest problem is people turning them down to save money. So you go someplace, you go, man, this tastes like a watered down Coke, watered down Dr. Pepper.
Right.
At Papa, baby, you're going to get the best Dr.
Got it
Pepper hopefully you've
dialed
ever
up.
had. We dial it up, baby.
So I thought McDonald's does something like that, right?
Oh,
With their
for sure.
Coke. It's
Because theirs
different
always
than
tastes
everyone.
better.
Oh, they're mysterious. They're all stainless steel. They're all chilled. We looked into that, and it was really complicated for what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? Let's just turn it up, baby.
And it works.
It works.
Yeah.
You know, we get a lot
So
of compliments.
you're all drinks, or do you still have snacks and
We do
stuff
cookie.
too? Or,
So we
okay.
got Ozone natural bread.
a little cookie you can slide in there too.
Yeah, we
Just
got a
throw the
really nice
on.
cookie. We worked on it for 3 years, Matt. We've got these rings, and so our baker in Elkins bakes them in rings. And we've got our sugar cookie, our chocolate chip, and we've got this. It should be illegal. It's this peanut butter cookie with the Reese's peanut butter chips in it, which I've never seen, and it's just like it's off the chain. It's an amazing cookie.
Did you bring one of those up?
You know, I'm an idiot because I should have brought so many cookies.
I told
my
him
gosh.
we didn't like sweet things.
Oh,
it
you
was
did?
my fault.
That's why I brought
I was
sugar-free.
like, I just like kind of like all the syrups and all that. So he's probably like,
Oh,
they
these
don't like
cookies would have blown
cookies.
your mind.
And then he got here and looked at us. and he's like,
These guys make cookies.
I should have brought the cookies.
No, I'm looking at these guys. I'm like, they're going to be doing, push-ups between the commercial breaks, and then that's
the next studio over.
That's right. And then I feel comfortable with my dad bod with you guys.
Exactly. It's all best of
great.
dad bod these
Rolf,
days.
let me ask you a question. What would happen in your best scientific theory if Rob took this and did like chugged it a little bit? Like,
No,
would he be
I
okay?
couldn't.
Just hypothetically.
No, we go with the FDA 400 milligrams.
Okay.
You don't
I
wanna
might
take
put a little
chance.
extra. I already put a little extra in my bourbon. I'm already, and then I had a little coffee.
But that's if he had a different shirt on.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing different colors.
Yeah,
or something.
last time he did all that, he fell out of the chair.
Yeah.
So I'm a new guy with afternoon caffeine. My whole life, man, black coffee in the morning, and I reach a point, like 2 or 3 cups, I'm just done. And then with pop-up, I'm like, wait a minute, I do get drowsy in the evening. And I'm bad about when I drive. I really need to pay attention. So I started doing in my green tea, the Level Up shot. Oh, my gosh, it's a game changer. I love it.
Good.
And then I'm able to sleep at night. Where a lot of people, oh, my gosh, if I have caffeine after 2, I'll never sleep. But,
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, what do you always get? You used to get me like you like the chai. You get like a chai
Oh
latte
yeah,
or something.
chai latte is really good.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
So you get that and put some of that
Heck yeah, level up.
full throttle.
I'm sold.
I think you want to buy just a bottle.
Yeah,
Right?
I'd like that for my bar. That'd get the party going.
Dude, when I've given this to people in the liquor business, they've asked for one like 2 weeks later. Can I have another one?
For sure. Yeah,
I love it.
yeah. It's good.
How many items are on the menu?
Oh man, we have a lot. According to ChatGPT, I think there's 31 million different unique, drink combinations.
So let me ask you a
we
question.
have a lot.
Somebody's in the drive-thru and they're like, I'm not. Can I get it? And I can just imagine the people.
Oh, we
that
were worried about that. You kind of answer the question. Oh, there's so many choices. We've tried to simplify, but
Yeah.
it's hard. We'll just say, okay, what do you really like? Josh, you say, oh, I'm a Dr. Pepper, and then you say, oh, we have all these Dr. Pepper drinks, so that kind of works well to narrow them down.
Narrow it down.
So it was like Josh said. Rolf and I were texting yesterday or the day before, and I was like, maybe you could bring some of your drinks, and he's like, just look and see what you want. So I send it to Josh and Rob. Josh responds, he's like, there's so many options. I don't even know. It's like, just tell him to bring what he recommends.
And all you really wanted was a cookie.
Little did we know.
You guys do hot chocolate?
We do, yeah, hot chocolate. And
I love hot
and
chocolate.
we really, the key, you can't just heat up chocolate milk, right? We all
Right.
learned that as a dad. It's a no-no. So you beef it up with extra syrups and flavors. We had a really good hot chocolate.
Ooh. Now, what else did you bring down there?
I brought our energy drinks. So I got our intergalactic,
I love
Intergalactic.
which is called
You need to cut in that song.
Blue raspberry and lime. Look at that. We've got our.
Look at that.
You know, people don't know this. They might be doing it at Starbucks on Walt that they're remodeling, but every Starbucks in the world is switching to this nugget chewable ice that Pop-Up uses. So, did we cause it? Probably, right? Probably.
Trendsetter.
And then we have our Supernova. So
Look at that.
And then sugar-free for you guys. Because I know the ice sugar.
Straws too.
I'm going to tell you, that green thing looks like alien juice.
Here,
but I'm
get
going
into
to
that. Try it, you guys.
I need a straw. Let's try that out.
I'm going to keep one of them.
So these are more energy. So Rob is going to be flying.
Yeah.
He will. So that's a 24-ounce cup. And I think it works out to be 20 ounces of liquid in there.
So what is a normal white one of these drinks cost if you get?
An energy drink's a bit more, but I think that's a $5 drink.
Which in this day and world,
and our
that's
sodas
cheap.
are same price as Sonic and the tea. So we try to be a value. And it's really just, it's kind of, you can make your drink your own, right? And it's funny seeing older ladies come up and get a caffeinated Sprite. Everybody smiles when you say caffeinated Sprite. They're like, it's about time, right? And
So you can do that?
Yeah, and
You put the level up.
I know, with the level up.
Level up, baby.
So I bet Sprite's our biggest soft drink seller.
Really?
Yeah.
And then you just add it.
Well,
you
we
could
don't
you could probably do that with root beer too, because root beer is caffeine free.
Yeah, that's one of the big selling points. We're
gonna be
beer's
flying
caffeine
tonight.
free.
Yeah.
I'm going to be flying tonight.
Rob, let me try that green one.
Yeah.
It's a Wednesday night. You want to be up on top of the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're good.
This green looks kind of like my jam. Right here.
So our biggest kids drink, we call it the Shark Bite.
Okay.
It's Sprite, blue raspberry, a little bit of lemonade, and then we put a pool of strawberry puree on top. It looks like a pool of blood. And then on top of the lid, we put 2 gummy sharks. And we did get a complaint that the pool of blood on top was too macabre. But trust me, when you're a 7-year-old in Bentonville, you are living large at the show. After school time, it's number one, man.
Yeah. No disrespect to the Karens out there, but
We had a gummy shark shortage last summer. We were ordering it online and just praying
I
they'd
put
come
extra
in.
blood in there.
You just put a couple
Absolutely.
bears on there and say the sharks.
No, it's not the same, man.
Bears up there.
Yeah.
So our daughter has a dairy allergy. You obviously have a lot of drinks she could have then.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got a lot of drinks, a lot of alternative
That's
milks.
nice.
Yeah.
Because,
That's the kind of thing we're trying to be is just, lots of choices for
Got the
everybody.
chills over here. My hair's standing up on my arms.
We need a seatbelt. Maybe a helmet.
I'm not ready to take off over here.
I think, Rob, you're ready to be elevated from permanent guest to a co-host.
That's all right.
His eyes are all glassed over. He's like,
Hey, there's Johnny.
You need to talk to Rob's agent there and see if you can cut a deal.
Do that again. Hey, it's Johnny. Okay.
Hey, it's Johnny.
I feel like a new T-shirt coming.
yeah.
Let me ask you a question. You're doing the pizza business fantastically. You come home and you tell the wife, I want to open a drink shop. What's the reaction you get back?
I think she thought I was a little crazy, but I said, you know what, man, I've done things the hard way my whole life. Pushing the string uphill, they call it, right? So I'm like, what can we do different? So, man, I traveled the country. My daughter, who's now 19 and a freshman at the U of A, she came with me on a few trips, a great father-daughter experience. And then, luckily in my office in Fayetteville, it's a former grocery store that's leased out to these great tenants, but I have this open area. It's actually behind 2 operating rooms for an orthopedic surgery center.
Oh, wow.
And so it was a great place to do a mock-up. So we did a full-scale mock-up, and we could do time and motion studies. So we really were able to just track this business out and see what we needed to do. And then when my wife saw that I was so serious about it, she's like, man, let's go for it, You only live once.
Yeah.
And you've been open how long now?
So 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah. But
But we developed the brand for 3 years. It was a long time.
Yeah. So you put some thought into it.
Called my COVID baby. Whatever
Yeah.
you gained the COVID 20, I gained the COVID $1.5 million. I lost whatever. I spent the $1.5 million. Right?
Invest it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Invest. I have to remind my wife that.
Yes. And hours, are you morning, afternoon, evening?
It's interesting business. It's long hours. So we're 5:30 in the morning until 10 at night, which is long.
Yeah.
And we like that model. We're going to stick with it. But there were some moments you're thinking, oh, my gosh, is this smart?
Yeah.
But, more people are figuring out what we do. And, the mornings are busier. And it is, like all of us, right? With the early mornings, we like to wake up earlier, right? And then we like to stay up later. So longer days.
Rob doesn't wake up early.
Well, it depends on what I did the night before.
10 a.m. or so.
Or if we're going
10
out
a.m.
on-
I was up at
if we're going out on the
this
boat.
morning.
What time did he get up in Bimini that day?
Well, that was the
Well, that was the day. That was
we
the
all
difference.
stood by the boat for 3 hours.
Whoa, this is going to get edited out. But anyways, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Well, your lifestyle fits into pop-up.
Yeah, it does.
Because we're discovering, man, all these adults, they're just burning both ends of the candle,
Yeah.
right? They're working hard. They want to have fun. They have a family. They want it all. And that's where our friend caffeine, is helpful.
But it's interesting too, because for you, if you think about a Starbucks or a coffee shop, they're going to be open from 5:30, and they're not going until 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night like you guys are. So you're flipping the business model in the afternoons. You're not doing a ton of coffee. You're doing a bunch of this other stuff.
Yeah, we peak out. If you look at our graph compared to another coffee shop, it's like in the afternoon. It's that afternoon pick me up. Kids after school, a lot of adults, a lot of blue collar workers, a lot of. It's funny. It's you never know, right?
Yeah.
It's little old lady, and she's getting the energy shot. I'm like, I need an extra shot of caffeine, and they're like, wow, Grandma, I never thought that would be the case.
You're like, go.
So
for it.
yeah, it's just.
A little bump.
Yeah.
Afternoon bump. Never. Anyways.
There's Johnny.
Yeah, should be a T-shirt for you.
So, you think the next one maybe you'll be in Fayetteville then? I was thinking behind my house on 72.
We just might.
I was thinking over, downtown somewhere.
So, I've never leased land before.
Yeah.
And so this is leased land. So that's interesting. You're building a $600,000 building on someone else's land.
Yeah.
But trust me, a lot of landlords like to lease their land.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of new to me. And then, it is just expensive with development because, you're, back in pizza, virtually all my stores, you just lease something, it's ready to go. You rent it, and 90 days later you're open.
Right.
So that's been a learning curve for me. But I've kind of learned to rely on construction people more than. Back in the day, I tried to do it all myself. The older I get, I'm like, you know what? Do what you do and let the others do
These construction
better
people,
things.
I think
don't
we all,
rely on them.
Yeah, we all go through that.
Can you move the store? Is it?
No,
yeah,
it's built. No, it's there.
That'd be interesting if
So,
you did a
yeah.
modular
It's
one.
there, baby.
If you do a modular one, you could kind of pop up all around the town.
That's right. Well, I've gotten a quote.
Literally pop up.
Literally pop up.
Good.
So it's interesting. One of the biggest modular building manufacturers is in Cassville, Missouri.
Okay.
Which we forget about that, but that's just 30 minutes
Yeah.
north of Pea Ridge.
Yeah.
They've given me a proposal, and it's really hard to say no. And these guys are, doing some
Well, I
serious
would
stuff.
think for the permitting, it
They're
would help
busy.
you a lot. Would it
Man,
not, or
to
no?
watch your building go for a year, Matt, it was painful.
Yeah.
And I'd drive up in my truck with the shovel and go,
Just
"God,
for
help.
something to do.
Let's do something here. So,
yeah.
no, I think modular might be the way to go.
And it'd be kind of cool because if you lost the land lease or wasn't doing as well, you could pop up somewhere else.
I like that.
Ross.
You need to be our brand ambassador.
I mean, I have 20 years experience in sales and marketing.
I just wish we could afford you.
You sold RC Cola.
Yeah, exactly. And some knee high. You carry knee high?
No knee high.
Oh man, you should.
We're a knee high free zone currently.
Knee high would be awesome. Some crush, orange crush.
Huh? I don't know what's going on with him.
I'm thinking of all the good
I
sodas.
think the problem is.
Do you remember Dad's root beer?
Oh yeah.
I do, absolutely, yeah.
Do they still make that?
Well, yeah, that's the shame about RC. That's
It
a
was
darn
some
good,
good
yeah,
stuff.
exactly. All their stuff was
Tab. Remember
Oh
Tab?
yeah, Tab. All of it. I'm getting thirsty.
I remember in college, the
We're
girl
gonna quit talking about all this. But
I have another little sip of this.
well, and
I wish I had some of those shrimpers to go with this from Perry.
some shrimpers. No, both of the drinks are good. I like the coffee the best, but I'm old.
I would struggle though. For
Yeah.
me, I'd go in there and I'd be like, I wouldn't know what to get. I would be one of those guys in line going, "Can I try a little bit of this and can I have a little of that?" Like
That's
just,
because you're old.
But there'd be so many choices. It's just
And then Emily would just smack
It's
it back in the head.
It's almost one of those places that you have to go and just tell them to give you whatever they recommend.
Oh my gosh, we get that.
Yeah.
That's not uncommon. And we get we have a guy, it's every day, just your choice, give me an energy drink. And so my baristas love
It's the best
love
way to do
him.
it because
It really is. And
Yeah.
you never figure out what you.
Yeah.
If you get the same coffee like I do every time, you never
Get to try anything
anything new.
different. Yep.
see, I want to live for forever and I want energy. So green tea and energy is my
I
jam.
like green tea. Green tea.
Yeah, green tea's great. Matcha's even better though.
Well, they used to say, green tea didn't make you live any longer. It just felt like it.
Right.
But we've got a really good green tea that's pretty delicious. So I think you enjoy
Do
drinking
you
it.
do any matcha drinks?
We do. Yeah, matcha. We get a really
Matcha's-
nice.
how
Matcha's
the
an expensive
Japanese-
product. And it's really
That's how the
good.
You're gonna
Japanese.
have Rob over there.
That's
every
how the
day.
Japanese live longer.
Yeah.
They take matcha.
It's not the sushi. It's not the exercise. It's
Matcha.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you're going to be hired in 10 minutes here. If we,
it could be because
if I get another bourbon, we're going to hire Rob.
Heck yeah. I need another job.
Three's not enough.
We may lose him if you don't quit talking.
Oh, man.
He gets mad at us every other show.
This is the out that we have. Like, but see, I'm being quiet. I'm watching this go. We may
Josh is just kind of like keep stoking the fire a little.
Hey, RC. You could be the RC sales agent.
Heck yeah.
So long-term franchising, maybe?
Yeah, I think that's the model I'd like to do. I noticed after 32 years in the business, I know kind of my strengths and weaknesses. And I think I hope I'm inspiring. I hope I'm a leader, but I'm not an administrator, and I'm not like a daily manager.
Josh is great.
But I think there's plenty of people that want to do that. And we've had a lot of inquiries. I don't think they're not serious of what we want to do, but people are noticing us, and I think we're gonna have something there. Yeah. And if not, it's been fun as heck. But I mean, to be a hospitality brand that solved the labor thing, I don't think anybody can say that hard.
You got a great spot. I mean, if you're going to the airport or coming from the airport, you're passing your spot.
Yeah,
and it's only getting better, right? Yeah. I mean, my gosh, the development on Airport Road is something else.
Yep, for sure.
Long term, so 3, 6, 12, 18 months now, like
I'd probably like a couple company-owned, couple 3. Yeah, I think I'm in a great position because I've been doing it a long time and I know the problems, and I certainly do not want to have someone be my partner and have it be a big deal because I've done a lot in my life and I don't need to, cut a deal and drag somebody down, right? I mean, it's going to be a win-win. So that's what we're looking for. I want to, use my own money and develop it and see where we get to. And if it is something that's going to be good for other people, I want you to come in, but there's no way that I want to be associated with having the guy hate me, right? And, I've seen a lot of things. I've been the president of the Restaurant Association, the chairman of the board of the Hospitality Association, PTO president, my kids' elementary school. So I don't know. I think, I know enough to know there's a lot of ways that things don't work. And there's some ways that things do work. And you want to do those things. And I think my pride doesn't really get ahead of me. I mean, at 58, you're like, you know what? I've done enough that I can focus on what's important, which is just selling drinks, right? That's all we want to do. I don't have a big ego, and I don't want to. You think I'm this great guy? I'm just like a dude like you, a little older, a little more hair than some of you guys. A lot wider than most of you guys. So,
let's see the hair. Let's see what's going on.
Look at that.
Are you Jets Club member?
I'm not.
You will be.
It's
we may have to talk about that.
Yeah.
We may have to get you into the barbershop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You could use one of my free passes.
Now, how did you come up with the name?
Man, we worked on a bunch of names. And so two of my guys that have worked for me for 30 years, John Paul Edwards and Russell Cable. And so they're both partners in Pop-Up. And it was John Paul who's running the store. He's the manager that most people see as the face of Pop-Up. It was his idea. And I'm like, what a great name. I said,
it's so good.
And can you imagine? So, Mark Henry is like the trademark lawyer of this 5-state region in Fayetteville. Good friend of mine. And can you believe he got a federal trademark on Pop-Up?
So what names? How did it even work? What names didn't make the cut?
We had Ice Life. And I thought, Ice Life is not going to help you in the winter, baby.
No.
Yeah.
What's some of the other ones? I think that's the only one I remember. Man, we had hundreds of them.
Perfect.
Yeah. And the logo.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, Verdon did a great job, and I was a do-it-yourselfer, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that feeling.
I'm that way.
And that's why I said, you know what? It's brought me so far, but how do we get to the next level?
You got a lot of downfalls. Let's just be clear. That's just one of them.
Rob always has to rub it in that I just can't hire someone to do certain things. It kills me, and I know that it costs me more money in the long run. I know,
but you're good at a lot of stuff too.
Feels like you.
When I need something, I call Matt up. Hey, you want to come over for a bourbon or a beer? Oh, by the way, can you bring your tools?
It's hard to let go, isn't it?
It is. It's really hard. But it sounds like you're definitely on the right track now. And you guys,
I tell you, if I drank more bourbon during the day, my confidence level would be higher.
Ooh.
But maybe my productivity would.
So what about adding a liquor license to this and maybe adding some alcoholic beverages?
I grew up in Louisiana. I'm a LSU Tiger, and boy, that was the thing, man. Remember the daiquiri bars where they put the tape over the straw? So it's a sealed container.
The first thing you do is when you pull into Louisiana is you go through a drive-through liquor store, and everyone orders the 44-ounce Slurpee cups.
So I was going to the drinking age was 18, and life, great place to be from. I certainly love Arkansas. I cheer for my Tigers, but man, I love living here. I love living in just a great, clean environment with clean air and clean water.
Yeah.
But growing up in Louisiana is definitely a fun lifestyle, and I learned a lot about people.
I don't know if you need alcohol though. You get two of these rev ups in here, I'm already buzzed.
Yeah.
Well, it could be the bourbon, perhaps.
No, trust me.
I've seen it with 6 bourbons and it's like a machine. You put that in.
It's that rev up, man. I'm sold.
Poor Ange tonight. I agree with you.
No, it was kind of a risk to bring it. I'm packing up these drinks. I said, what can I? They're annoyingly fit. They don't want any sugar at all. They hate it. I said, what can I do?
Annoyingly fit. That's in the wrong podcast.
They told me to go to the first door on the left or right. I forget which
He
one.
must have watched The Matrix and been like, these guys are athletes.
I mean, if Emily, Carrie, and Angie were here,
Yeah.
maybe.
Rolf walked in the door and he's like, "Oh, those guys must be here for the Weight Watchers. I wonder where my guys are."
I can only imagine when you're texting him going, nothing sweet. He thinks he's walking into a bunch of power lifters, and then he walks into us 3.
Well, it sounds like we all have basically the same wife, just a lovely wife that makes us better.
Oh,
That's right.
And that'd be my wife.
100%.
So.
That's right.
Yeah, let's cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers
to
to
that.
that.
I got
Like I tell my kids, the biggest decision you ever make is who you're going to marry.
That's right.
There you go.
Particularly those of us that have been divorced.
Absolutely.
Sorry, guys.
You've learned.
Yeah.
He's trying.
I'm trying.
Well, Josh, he's a slow learner, but he's got it figured out now.
I think so. I'm not sure she loves me that much anymore, quite honestly. She says, you spend a lot of time with Matt and Rob and not a lot of time with me. I'm like, I'm having fun with those guys. She's like, that wasn't the right answer. I'm having fun with you also.
I think you guys had fun the other night at Cinco de Mayo.
We did have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We did have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You're a good host.
Yeah. We made some, that rev up in a margarita.
Oh, it'd be natural. So, we're having the
Rob's
margarita.
not going to sleep ever yet.
Yeah, my kid's graduation party, the adults are having the margarita man. I think I'm going to be the dad of the year there, right?
Yeah.
So, I better order more.
Yep. Love it. Well,
Anything you want to say about the pizza business?
So pizza, is a challenging business, but man, we make a great product. It's kind of hard to stand out. This is our 4th year on campus at the University of Arkansas, so we're contractors for Chartwell's.
Okay.
So ironically, we're next to Starbucks, which is fun, on Garland and Dixon. It used to be Bruff, now it's a 1021 food hall. And that's been just amazing thing. So basically, we're there, and then every time a student uses their meal swipe, they call it now, to get a meal, we get paid. So it's a win-win. I think Chartwell's can count on us in bad weather. They know we're always going to be there. We're going to make it work. And when the university shuts down, everything's iced up. Guess what? You got 6,000 hungry kids on campus.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's been great for us. We're trying to focus more on. Delivery's always not been our thing, as you mentioned back in the day. We penalized you at pizza, but we're trying to get better at that. We're just trying to do what we do best, which is kind of stand out.
I used to make
think if
pizza.
Go ahead.
I used for my resume with you, I used to make pizza back in the day as well too.
Nice.
Just in case you need
I
some
like
advice on
that.
pizza.
Where do you go from there, man?
So what I was going to say is, and you're already doing it, but our daughter goes to Ole Miss, and the same thing. They have certain local restaurants that are on campus, and they can use their meal pass. It uses like 2 or 3 meals. But can you not get this to where they can use their meal pass?
I'm kind of throwing it past Chartwell's, and I think they might be a little interested.
Because then when they're going to school,
Oh yeah.
I can skip breakfast. I'm going to go get a coffee.
So, Chartwell's is an amazing company, Fortune 500, I guess they're UK, but they really believe in supporting local brands. So they have, like, Slim Chickens is one of their big brands at the U of A. And they've been very supportive. They're really adamant that they wanted, local pizza on campus. But it's funny, doing focus group with college kids, you know what a college girl will tell you? They're going to buy the coffee drink and skip a meal.
Oh, they will.
They do. That's exactly
why
what they do.
I thought if you could get on campus.
Exactly.
That's
no,
your...
we would, we come.
You get all kinds of gold.
Jack, if you're listening.
You want to break anything here? Hot off the press? Sounds like not ready for that?
I may have to get a franchise to put down in Oxford, Mississippi.
Yeah, what a great town. We did a tour of that we stayed at the Graduate downtown. Yeah. That's a lot of fun. As LSU guy, you always learn to hate them, but then you grow up and you're like, they're nice people.
Can you see Matt down there like, hey, what kind of drink can I get you? With his hat on?
Oh, I would.
Well, I'm going to co-invest behind Matt on this one.
This is a moneymaker.
Man, this is awesome.
You just sold 3 franchises today.
Well, that's awesome. Well, it's going to be a win-win for whoever once we get to that state. And you guys listening to TV Land, think about it. Come on through and give us a holler. We're easy to find. And
so where are you? Where are you located?
So we're at 2001 Southwest Regional Airport, and that's at Bright. So it's busy road for you local Bentonville folks. It's right down from the airport. And the small Thaden Field, and then, of course, the big national airport. Yep. And a lot of schools nearby, which we've discovered is good for pop-up.
Yeah.
And, it's just a great place.
Awesome.
You know, my plumber early on, he got tired. He goes, whenever I work, people are staring at me. There's too much traffic. And I said, Mike, this is why we're here. So get used to it, baby.
Yeah.
That road is like a parking lot sometimes.
It's crazy.
That's what you need.
That's great for business.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thanks.
Man, what a treat.
Thanks for the drinks. Cheers.
I'm not sure what I'm drinking, but it's delicious.
That's right. Who cares?
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah.
Well, man, a great opportunity for me, and really a lot of fun with you guys.
Well, you
and,
sold 2 franchises tonight.
a lot of them, 3, I think.
Back is.
Yeah.
I'm going to be co-partner.
I'm gonna get it sold in. Rob's gonna give me some.
See, Josh, it's the big
50-50.
print giveth and the small print taketh away.
See that? We've
all learned that. We're right.
Everybody's backing out.
No.
It could be B Team sponsored.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming in.
My pleasure. It's great to be here.
Continued success.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.